My dear friends, welcome to Uncaged Zoo Tours. If you are new to the channel and love animals, I recommend and appreciate hitting the like and subscribe buttons and the bell icon to join me on my tours. Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Fiveash, and I'm coming to you live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we're heading to one of the best zoos in the country, the St. Louis Zoo, which is home to a very impressive bird collection, one of the most underrated insect houses in the world, and River's Edge, an area that features many of the zoo's biggest animals. It also has a lot of exhibits that have history behind them. Today, we'll start with a quick look at the award-winning Sea Lion Sound. This area opened on June 30th, 2012. And we'll not only see the exhibit itself, but also visit two animal shows that are nearby. Let's begin. Sea Lion Sound is located at the middle of the zoo, near the red pandas. This exhibit is home to harbor seals and their California sea lion buddies. Sea lions can't see in full color like we can. Instead, they see in black and white, but can also pick up tones of blue and green. Sea lions can also swim up to 25 miles per hour, which is a great way to escape a hungry orca. They can also remain underwater for up to 20 minutes. Unlike dolphins, sea lions exhale before diving, and they can stay underwater for so long because they have a high tolerance for carbon dioxide. Visiting sea lions at a zoo or aquarium is fun, but you might get really close to a sea lion at a glass viewing. But the main highlight of the exhibit is a tunnel, where people of all ages can view sea lions from all angles. But wait, we're not done yet! Next to the exhibit is the Sea Lion Arena, where there are two different shows at various times of the day. First is the Sea Lion Show. Put your hands, or flippers in this case, together for Amani, a female sea lion who is the star of the show. On cue, she can balance a ball using the whiskers on her nose, and she can also showcase her flexible neck, and even throw frisbees into the crowd. Amani isn't doing these tricks because she's forced to, she's doing them to help strengthen the bond between her and her keepers. The keepers use positive reinforcement, where they add something rewarding like fish for doing the correct behavior. They use certain hand signals to communicate with the sea lion. For example, a keeper may lay their hands down to get Amani to roll over. But the Sea Lion Show is also educational as it teaches you about a sea lion's routine. Another star of the show is Andy, one of the male sea lions, who is trained to carry a plastic bottle in his mouth to teach people how plastic is bad for oceans. A sea lion's front flippers have the same bone structure as our hands. They also have 5 fingers in their hind flippers, along with 3 toenails. Sea lions rotate their hind flippers under their body, allowing them to move on land on all 4s. Believe it or not, that is not the only educational show in store for us. I also saw Winging It, a bird show that stars some of the zoo's ambassador birds. First is Hades, the black vulture. Like other vultures, black vultures are scavengers, which means that they eat animals that are already dead. Black vultures have a good sense of smell, but it's not as good as a turkey vulture. They fly and follow turkey vultures to a decaying carcass, and then they use grass as a napkin when cleaning up. Next is Gillian, the black-crowned night heron. Night herons are experts in still fishing, as they stand motionless in shallow water, waiting for prey. They hunt small fish with a quick thrust of their beak. A night heron's eyes are red, which allows them to see in the dark. There's also a Japanese legend telling a story of a night heron transforming into a yokai. Then there's Nemo, our first African gray parrot. On my visit, I saw his first performance, where his keeper told a story about him trying to save his fictional girlfriend from a witch. At the same time, Nemo helped out a little by making certain sounds to help move the story along. African gray parrots have been pets for centuries. The noble classes in ancient Rome loved these pets, but like any other pet, African gray parrots are a big responsibility. They are very needy, loud, and messy. Some owners even leave the birds in their wills as they can outlive their human owners. African gray parrots can live around 20 years in the wild, but they can live up to 90 years in captivity. Although they have been seen mimicking human speech and sounds in captivity, they've never been seen mimicking in the wild. Next is Noodle, our first Harris's hawk. Harris's hawks are also known as wolf hawks because they work together to hunt larger prey like jackrabbits. Harris's hawks live in groups of 2 to 7 individuals, and they can sometimes chase a jackrabbit on foot when it hides in thick underbrush. They can live from the Sonoran Desert in North America to Chile and Argentina in South America. These hawks can even stand on saguaro cacti, thanks to their long legs, which have tough skin to protect them from spiny plants. Sometimes, several hawks will stack on top of each other on a cactus when space is limited. Finally is the bald eagle, one of the United States national symbols. Unlike the Harris's hawk, the bald eagle hunts alone and will often go after other creatures' food. For example, it will harass an osprey long enough to make it drop a fish from its talons in mid-air. Bald eagles can also snatch a fish from the osprey's talons. Their talons are 10 times stronger than a human's grip, and they will use them for mating. Male bald eagles will court females by chasing them, then the two eagles will lock talons together, spiraling out of the sky towards the ground. It's a test to make sure that the eagles would make a good pair. Besides, like other birds, bald eagles mate for life. And that wraps up our first tour of the St. Louis Zoo. If you want to visit this zoo, I would highly recommend visiting the Sea Lion Sound because it's pretty cool to see them swim over your head. Plus, seeing a bird show and a sea lion show can make your visit more memorable and educational. Now it's time to vote on the next exhibit at the St. Louis Zoo that you would like to see next. If we visit the Bayer Insectarium, we'll take a very in-depth look at some of the zoo's not so creepy but crawly residents. Our second option is the River's Edge, where we'll see cheetahs, peccaries, dwarf mongooses, spotted hyenas, hippos, a black rhino, Indian elephants, and even sun bears. Our final option is the Antelope House, where we'll see a lot of new hoofed animals like Nile leechway, toucans, urials, bantangs, Chinese gorals, and several species of gazelles. We'll also see giraffes and witness the return of the Addax and Grevy zebra. Today's question is, if you were any animal, what would you be and why? I would also like to mention that the next tour will be at one of the best zoos in the nation, the Henry Doorly Zoo in Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time. You're smart, creative, and kind.